Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at the MASON60 ZEN from Brazen Studios. This keyboard is literally made out of stone. It weighs a lot and it has this nice texture to it. So whenever you unbox this board, the first thing you're going to be greeted with is a little note that tells you how to get set up and a care guide, as well as a build guide. So inside the box you'll be greeted with the case, as well as the screws, standoffs, and O-rings. So on the back of the case, they also have their logo engraved, as well as they engraved my own. It looks super cool on the back. Inside the box as well, there are two different dampeners. One is made out of foam and one is made out of cork. So for this build, I wasn't too sure about which switches to use. I was wanting to use the Wuche Aurora fog switches, but I also had the KTT Roses lubed and filmed. So the fogs are lubed from factory and they're very smooth, but since I wasn't sure about them, I went ahead and took the KTT Roses out of my Freebird 60 to give them a test, and I liked how those felt better, and I didn't really have time to lube the fogs, so I went ahead and used the KTT Roses instead. So like I said, the case doesn't come with a PCB or plate. Since I was already using PBT Fans Neon, I just went ahead and picked up a PCB and plate from KBD Fans. The one that I got was the DZ64 because it allows for arrow keys. The only problem that I have with 60% is that I prefer to use arrow keys because of the workflow that I have while sorting through photos and whatnot. So since this was my first time using a tray mount, I wasn't really too sure about how the sound signature would be, so I wanted foam there just to dampen it a little bit more in case it was a little too harsh. So as I mentioned before, I used PBT Fans Neon. It's an ABS keycap set from KBD Fans, and I really like the quality of these keycaps. The PBT Fans Sparkline is super good. Expect a review on that soon. So the only thing about this build that annoyed me just a little bit was the screws on the very edge of the case. The standoffs were just a little bit too hard to put in for me because I didn't have the proper tools. I think my fingers were just a little bit too fat, and that's the only problem that I had. Otherwise, the build was really easy and super straightforward. I really enjoyed this build altogether. I think it was really clean, and for my first tray mount, I really did enjoy the experience. I also think that the board, considering that it is tray mount, you could leave out the two middle posts, and it all in all felt very flexible still. Especially whenever pushing on the spacebar in the bottom row, it really does have plenty of bounce. So now that we've gotten the build complete, let's go ahead and hear a sound test. So thank you guys once again for stopping by the channel. I really do appreciate it, and if you would like and subscribe, that would really mean a lot to me. Thank you again as well, Brazen Studios, for the opportunity to work together. I really did enjoy the board, and I hope that more people will get a board like this, just for something different in their collection. The stone really is a nice talking point. Alright, so thanks so much once again for stopping by the channel, and I'll see you later.